The church is what? The church is God's people. The church includes all people trusting the Savior God sent. The church began when? The church began long ago in Eden. Why? In Eden, God first promised to send a Savior. Again and again, God announced and explained His promise in different ways and through different people. Everyone believing God's promise belongs to His church. The Old Testament believers didn't know the Savior like us, but they believed the same promise. And God called them righteous people. Jesus didn't begin a new church. He came, why? God's long ago promise of Jesus fulfilled. The Greek word for church means belongs to the Lord. Everyone trusting God for the forgiveness of sin belongs to Him. Even though some lived before Jesus was born, all believers joined to Christ are spiritual descendants belonging to Abraham. All people belonging to Christ's holy church want to stay faithful members. They want to avoid false teachers. They want to help the church grow through sharing Jesus' prayer and wisely using God's gifts. Some people say, I can remain a Christian without going to church. I want to share a story involving Luther. Luther visited a man who did not go to church. He stayed at home all the time. Luther was worried. Luther went to the man's house, entered, and noticed a fire in the fireplace. They sat down, and Luther walked over to the fire, took some tongs, and took one coal, and placed it outside alone, and then sat down. The two men waited and watched quietly. Then the separated coal went out. The man said, "Now I understand. I will go to church regularly from now on." Notice what happened? The coal continued burning while it was in the hot fire, but when the one coal was separated, it went out. Also, people remain active going to church. They are warm with faith and excitement. But if a person separates from going to church, his faith becomes cool. Maybe his faith dies. In the church, we join hands together, caring for each other. The Bible teaches us to encourage one another, to remain trusting the Lord and serving Him.